Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bill. We are in the Advanced Player's Guide for Pathfinder today. We are continuing the Archetype class build series. We are on the fighter class, and the archetype we're looking at today is the 2-weapon warrior. So without further ado, we'll read in and see what you would get as a 2-weapon warrior, what you would lose from your fighter class to take these bonuses, and I'll give my opinion if I would play this, if I think this is good, because even if I don't play it, I can tell you if it's good or not, and give you my comments at the end. So without further ado, the 2-weapon warrior, trained under great masters who preach the simple truth that 2 are better than 1 when it comes to weapons. The 2-weapon warrior is a terror when his hands are full. From paired daggers to exotic double weapons, all combinations come equally alive in his skilled hands. Defensive flurry. At 3rd level, when a 2-weapon warrior makes a full attack with both his weapons, he gains a +1 dodge bonus to AC against melee attacks until the beginning of his next turn. This bonus increases by +1 for every 4 levels after 3rd. This ability replaces armor training 1 and 2. Twin blades. At 5th level, a 2-weapon warrior gains a +1 bonus on attack and damage rolls when making a full attack with two weapons or a double weapon. This bonus increases by +1 for every 4 levels after 5th. This ability replaces weapon training 1. And double strike. At 9th level, a 2-weapon warrior may, as a standard action, make 1 attack with both his primary and secondary weapons. The penalties for attacking with 2 weapons apply normally. This ability replaces weapon training 2. Improved balance. At 11th level, the attack penalty for fighting with 2 weapons are reduced by -1 for 2-weapon warrior. Alternatively, he may use a one-handed weapon in his offhand, treating it as if it were a light weapon with the normal light weapon penalties. This ability replaces armor training 3. Equal opportunity. At 13th level, when a 2-weapon warrior makes an attack of opportunity, he may attack once with both his primary and secondary weapons. The penalties for attacking with 2 weapons apply normally. This ability replaces weapon training 3. Perfect balance. At 15th level, the penalties for fighting with 2 weapons are reduced by an additional -1 for 2-weapon warrior. This benefit stacks with improved balance. If he uses a one-handed weapon in his offhand, treating it as a light weapon, he uses the normal light weapon penalties. This ability replaces armor training 4. Deft double strike. At 17th level, when a 2-weapon warrior hits an opponent with both weapons, he can use a disarm or sunder attempt or trip if one of both weapons can be used to trip against the opponent as an immediate action that does not provoke an attack of opportunity. This ability replaces weapon training 4. Deadly defense. At 19th level, when a 2-weapon warrior makes a full attack with both weapons, every creature that hits him with a melee attack before the beginning of his next turn provokes an attack of opportunity from the warrior. This ability replaces armor mastery. I like the defense and attack bonus you get at the lower levels. And the perfect balance by 15th level. The deadly defense, if you take combat reflexes and you have a high dex, it might be called improved combat reflexes nowadays. In 3.0 D&D, which is the books I have mostly from regular D&D, the edition that I started playing D&D in, it was just called combat reflexes, so that's why I usually just call it that. But everyone that hits you could provoke an attack of opportunity. That's, if you have a high enough dex, that's a lot of attacks of opportunity. Because you'd get your 1 normal plus your dex bonus. Now, that said, I probably would not play this archetype myself. If I wanted to build a 2-weapon fighter, I would figure out if I wanted to be strength or dex based. Most often, if I'm doing a 2-weapon fighter, I'm dex based. I would take the 2-weapon fighting feats, and then I would overly focus on mobility in combat after that, with dodge, mobility, spring attack. And it would be good after all that to stack it with the rogue class to gain sneak attack. Because if you can move around with 2-weapon fighting and you have a high dex, you're likely to hit often, as that being your attack bonus, where the opposed to that's having the high strength, then you're still likely to hit often. You just wouldn't, unless your dex was high enough, you wouldn't qualify for all the dex-based feats you need. And I would use that to my advantage. So that's how I would do a 2-weapon fighter. Now, is this a bad archetype? No. I could see my players playing it. I would let them play it. Well, let me know what you all think about the 2-weapon warrior in the comments below. Until we all game again, guys.